Here we go. Oh, hold on.
Good music.
Well, I forgot to bring up the disclaimer, but yeah, this is a work of comedy and parody, and both fiction and nonfiction, which goes into what we were talking about before we went live. And
That's right.
Also, I'll say real quick that today is Saturday, October 9th, and you can watch this live on Stoner Morning Show, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, or you can listen to it on repeat Monday morning at Regular Cat Radio on iHeartRadio at, I think, noon on the West Coast.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah. All right. Well, good morning, or good evening for you in Thailand. Good morning to me.
Good morning to you. Is that coffee?
Yeah. I gave it up for a while, but then, I don't know, it's just, you're used to how it tastes, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I had a question, but we can finish this coffee tangent if you want.
I was just going to say, I was thinking, man, I really do love coffee. When I got, this week I got, you know this, but nobody else does, is that I disconnected myself from the internet for a couple days.
Yes.
But I fasted for one of the days, only like 20 hours. And I also for like 3 days, I didn't eat sugar. I didn't smoke cigarettes.
That's good.
And like a dopamine fast kind of thing, you know? And why would coffee. And honestly, coffee was probably the thing that I wanted the most, weirdly enough. That's where I really was like, there was times when I really wanted a cigarette, and I didn't crave sugar, but I had headaches.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty certain that's why. But the coffee was the thing that I was just like, if I just had coffee, none of this other stuff would be a problem.
Oh, right. Well, everything in moderation then. That's what it speaks to, I guess.
It's true.
I've thought about switching to decaf.
No.
But wouldn't it take care of the cravings? I mean, maybe you would forget that there's no caffeine in there. Maybe it would.
I guess so, but I like the caffeine too. It's not like I drink too much coffee. The coffee is not the problem. I just realized that it's that powerful of an addiction, because, or at least like it was such a good thing to satiate the other addictions, you know?
Right. But having decaf would take care of the addictive part of it. Oh,
yeah. In this situation, I was trying to reboot my brain and try to like I said, dopamine. The biggest factor was being on the internet and just like, I have no responsibilities in life right now, so I don't have to do anything. I just get up whenever I want and go to sleep whenever I want and do whatever I want all day.
Yeah.
And it's so unstructured and not getting anything accomplished that I've just been consuming. So I was like, all right, I wanted to get off of the internet. But then I was like, might as well really fucking push the limit and torture myself in a way, you know?
Well, if you're watching this, Lex could use some homework, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking for?
Homework? If anybody needs any help with projects, if you need an opinion on anything, I can't physically help you hang the drapes, but I could tell you to like raise the left a little bit, you know, maybe put the camera in a certain way.
I saw the Sopranos movie last week, and there was a line in it, which I thought was great, but there's a line in it that relates to what we're talking to a little bit, but I don't want to share the line because it's so good, and I don't want to say anything about the movie, you know?
Is that a new movie?
It's the Saints of Newark. It's a prequel. It takes place in the 70s, and Tony Soprano is like a side character in it.
Okay. And it's in the movies now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who it's about? I mean, I don't know when you last saw The Sopranos. I think it's a while, but it's about
Pussyface.
No, it's about Michael Imperioli's character's father, Christopher Montesanti. It's about his dad who died before he was a
before
toddler.
the Sopranos things happen.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? It's one of those series that I never watched.
I thought you'd seen it. Yeah.
I watched the first season. My friend
Yeah.
Matt McGevner made me watch it, and he was right too, but it just never clicked. But he was like, "Let's watch it together" because he misses it. So we started watching it, and it was good. It was interesting too to see because.
Well, I should tell you this line then.
Oh, okay, yeah, go
because
for
you've
it.
not seen because you know
I didn't
what I
know
mean.
you were saving it for other people. Yeah, tell me the line.
Well, there's a guy that has a discussion with. There's a mobster who has a discussion with a guy who's in prison, and the mobster is talking about his sort of like life problems, and the guy who's in prison, who's in there for life, says the Buddhists say that it's not what you want that's the problem, it's the wanting. That's the problem.
That's
and
the truth.
It was so good.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say.
No, I love it.
It was good.
It's one of those, when I read one of the Buddhist books that I read, I think, but it stuck with me, was like, there's two sufferings.
Oh yeah.
Two sufferings. Yeah. Because you're like, you don't have what you want, but then when you get what you want, it's not what you expected, or it's not as fulfilling either. So It's just life is suffering, you know?
Yeah, I think they say that too in the movie.
Something like that.
So very Buddhist, yeah. All right, here's what I was wondering before we got on, and it's that if there was a ladder on the side of the Empire State Building, which I'm looking at right now, you're familiar with how big that is?
Yes.
Right? Do you think that you would be able to climb up a ladder that's up the whole side of the Empire State Building? Not including the steeple part, but like once it starts going in, that's when you can climb over. You know what I mean? Do you think you would be able to do that much of a ladder?
125 stories of ladder?
Yeah. And there's a safety harness. You're tethered. It's not like you're going to fall.
It's not scary. It's just the physical act of climbing that ladder.
It's a little scary, but you're safe. But yeah.
It seems daunting. Do you think you could do it on stairs?
Wow.
Do you think? I feel like
I think it would take a long time. It might take like 6 hours.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's the hard part about the ladder, is the inability to take a break, a good break.
Yeah, well, if you're tethered, you can hang on and maybe sort of like lean, or you know,
or throw your legs in and like sit on one of the things and hook your arms underneath. I mean, there's ways to rest, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be a good rest.
Yeah.
But I do think I'd get it done. I'm not going to fall off. I'm not going to die.
I agree. I mean, I think the answer is yes. If you're,
it's so tall. It is so tall.
I know. But I mean, I think that like, if you're an able-bodied person of a certain age, that, you know, if you're not dealing with any mobility issues, I think you'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
It would be fucking rough, and like you would be sore the whole next day. But I think you could do
just one day. I think that'd be icy.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder, do you think climbing, because you have your arms too, and it's you know, one ladder rung is probably a step and a half. So I wonder if it's more physically exerting doing a ladder than just doing stairs.
I think so, because when you're on stairs, your weight is on the whole foot, but when you're on a ladder, your weight is on like an inch of foot. And I think that, like, I bet you would, by the time you're up to the top, you would find bruises on the bottom of your feet. I bet.
That's
I don't know.
Probably true. Yeah. I know I'm on the 34th floor here. And I had the dumb idea. Well, it's not a dumb idea. The healthy idea of trying to do the stairs every day. And I did it like twice.
Oh, yeah.
And I got it done. That's 35 stories. And it was quicker than I thought. It was like 15, 20 minutes Not even, I don't think. It was quicker than I thought, for sure.
Yeah.
But it was exhausting. It was exhausting.
Right.
And I tried to I only stopped halfway for like, a minute maybe, just to like take a sip of water and just make sure I didn't have a heart attack. And yeah. So that's 35 stories. That's a quarter of the way up.
Probably, yeah. You could do just like 10 floors. I'm on the 27th floor and I've done that. I should get off 5 floors early. I should do that more often.
Yes, I am doing that now. My gym is on the 8th floor, so I'll do that. Now the gyms are open now. So just this week. So I get the gym to myself, which is nice. But I always do anyway, the shitty gym. But one of the times that I went, I walked from the 8th floor to here. So that was like 28 stories or something like that. And I did it after. Because I was thinking like Dennis Rodman, he would go, everybody thought he was insane, which he has his own thing, but
sure.
He would go play he'd play the game and all that shit, and everybody gave him a hard time, but then everybody's leaving and he'd still be in the gym. He'd be working out after the games.
Yeah. I mean, do you think he was legit working out, or do you think he was just like waiting until everyone left and then be like, all right.
Oh, thank God. All right. Because these guys think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Let me see what Madonna's doing.
Right. But I mean, that's like, I wouldn't put it past Dennis Rodman. I'm not saying that he's not somebody who pushes himself, but I also wouldn't put it past him to sort of just live in a way that gets in people's heads in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. He wasn't like, he's interesting. I really like Dennis Rodman. He's an interesting dude where he wasn't like that coming up.
Right.
It was almost like when he was on the Detroit Pistons and he was on the Bad Boys. Yeah. And he was just focused on defense. But in college, he was a pretty good scorer. But he wasn't an eccentric character until he left, like towards the end of the Pistons. And when he left the Pistons is when he got all tatted up and the hair and all that shit.
Yeah. The worm.
But when I see him and I hear him talk about it.
Yeah, he wasn't the worm in college. He became the worm.
He became the worm.
Yeah.
But he, the thing about, I think that was interesting about him is that he recognized the game of celebrityism, or like the situation where he was in, that he, like one of my favorite quotes was from when he went, I don't know if there was a team between, but I know he was on San Antonio Spurs for 1 year. Mm-hmm. And he was going to leave, or they were leaving. It wasn't working out. I don't know. It was contract. And he was just like, they're like, how is the next team going to deal with you? And he's like, whatever next team is going to take me is going to love me, because they already know who I am. Yeah. And it was like this revelation in the middle of his career where he was just like, this is what I'm doing. And he was catapulting it into more than just the basketball player, which some people could argue whatever, but I appreciate it now as an adult, where I'm just like, he made a career out of that too, wow. And an enjoyable life.
Do you know do you know how old he is, where he was born, and how many rings he has?
How many rings he has?
Yeah.
I know. All right. So this is all guesses.
Sure.
I know he grew up in a relatively ghetto area. I'm going to guess Detroit also? No. Ohio.
I think Detroit is a good guess for like type of...
I realized that he just played for Detroit, but it was in that Midtown. It was in the upper Midtown area.
I'm going to say, well, you're not you're kind of geographically close, but you're not you're aesthetically close, I guess. Okay. All right. How old do you think he is?
So I'm going to guess 50, 51.
Okay. How many rings? He also played for the Lakers. I don't remember that at all. And he played for the
Yeah.
Mavericks.
Yeah. I'm going to say 4 rings. 5.
All right.
5.
All right. 1 out of 3. No, you got 5 rings. That is more than I would have guessed.
Yeah.
That's a
He
lot
had
of
3
rings.
with the Bulls.
Yeah.
He had 3 with the Bulls. He had 2 with Detroit. Was he on both Detroit?
Did he? Wow.
He definitely got 1 with Detroit. He got
Right.
1 with Detroit. He got 3 with the Bulls, and he got maybe 1 with the Lakers, or
He got 2. Yeah, he got 2 with the Pistons, which I don't remember that at all, and then 3 with the Bulls.
Yeah.
And he's 60 years old, a little older.
60.
Yeah.
60.
I know that seems so much older than 59, especially for Dennis Rodman. Like 59 and 60 isn't that big of a difference, but for some reason for Dennis Rodman, it seems older than you would expect.
He looks great.
He does.
He does look great. I know, his dad, I don't know why. I know this because one of the comics out here was a college basketball player. He was big into basketball. And he was saying his dad, Dennis Rodman's real dad, his biological dad, lives in Vietnam or Cambodia. Like, he lives over in this side of the world.
Oh.
And he has like kids, like half Asian, half African-American kids who are like ballers, just like guys wearing flip-flops, balling, and this like, and a lot of them. Also, just running around. And
they're probably like in their 20s or younger.
Yeah. I heard, that's the story I heard, was that somebody went to Dennis Rodman. They're like, hey, they knew about his dad, and they like, his dad was never there for him. And they were, this is hearsay nonsense, but they were like, hey, you want to, hey, we're going to fly you over to Asia, and we'll have this like meeting with your dad. You can meet him, and we just want to videotape it and all this. It'll be all cool. He's like, yeah, great, free thing. I'll go. And then they flew him out here, and he was like, I don't want to see my dad. And he just pissed off. He's just like, that guy was never there for me. Go screw yourself. And then he just had a good time in Asia.
Wow. I understand it.
Whatever. Hanging out with Kim Jong-il.
Yeah. Most of my Dennis Rodman knowledge is from a friend of mine in high school who loved Rodman and read his autobiography and just like wouldn't stop talking about Dennis Rodman like my junior and senior year of high school. Like that is most of my knowledge about him. Like I knew he was adopted.
Yes.
Oh, and he's from Trenton.
He was homeless.
Yeah, and he's from Trenton. He's from Trenton, New Jersey, which is
New Jersey.
Which was a rough.
I wouldn't get. No, I was way off because I'm thinking in like Middle America area, not Trenton.
But Trenton is a rough spot. It's not Camden, right? But it's.
No.
I mean, it's not.
No.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know the stories I heard. I remember watching his Hall of Fame speech going into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And it was kind of touching. He's emotional and crying, and he talked about that. It's a good one. I don't know. Do you like those things, those speeches? Like, do you like award ceremony, like the Oscars?
I mean, it depends on the award.
Yeah. Lifetime Achievement Awards. I like those. That's why I like the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But the speeches are usually a little too long and boring. They're like thanking their high school coach and stuff like that.
Oh, sure.
I appreciate that as a human.
Right. It's easy to just sort of like manufacture a good speech. You know what I mean? Like somebody who thanks their high school coach, are they legitimately really appreciative of them? Or is it something that's just like, well, I have to do this?
Yeah. I wonder. Like, I think with sports, it is important, especially when you're younger.
Sure.
That you get learning discipline and the base of it, and they're the ones who help you get recruited usually, that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I mean, like Michael Jordan brought his high school coach to it just to show him, like, you cut me. You know? It's like, put a dick.
You cut out. What did you say again? What did his coach do?
Michael Jordan had brought his coach to the Hall of Fame, his high school coach, because he got cut. It's famous that Michael Jordan got cut from the team. So he brought him there to kind of be like an FU, which is like Michael Jordan is such a dick when I hear these stories, you know?
Yeah. Did you watch the Michael Jordan documentary yet? I haven't yet.
Yeah, the Bulls thing, right? The
Last Dance.
Last Dance. Yeah, I did watch it.
I haven't watched it.
I liked it. It was all right. He's a fascinating dude too, Michael Jordan. I mean, he's so cocky that he wore a Hitler mustache in a Hanes commercial. You know, that's he's like, I'm bringing it back.
Yeah.
From now on, they won't think about the Third Reich when they see this mustache. They'll think about Air Jordan.
Yeah, they'll think about underwear.
Yes.
I had to get a new phone yesterday. So it's.
Did you get a Nokia?
No, I just got a cheap. I was eligible for an upgrade, and I got a Motorola phone. The phone that I had, I just got in December, and it sucked. So I it's the shortest amount of time I've ever had a phone. It was that shitty. So it's like, it's so weird because you just have a phone that it's the same thing, but it just feels different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have, and you're using like an Android, so the programming's all the same and all that.
Yeah.
It's just different.
Yeah.
You know what I like about like the iPhone when it first came out? I remember they were having more, at the time I liked getting the updates. Because when you'd update it, it actually felt like you'd get a new phone because the operating system completely changed.
Oh, yeah.
But now everything's they figured it out. It's kind of pretty standard.
I brought up, the reason I brought up the phone is because I'm trying to send the Zoom link to somebody, and it's by text. It's Bruce who's out on the road, and it's like the text isn't going through. It's like, how does the text not go through?
Oh, yeah.
I have service, but whatever. I mean,
do you think it's, you know, on our cell phones now, we call it a phone, but it really is just a mini computer, a mini supercomputer.
Right.
And the only thing that's on there's a picture of a phone. You know? That's the phone. So like, this is barely, I mean, like right now we're not, I guess we're calling each other, but it's not, you know, it's so different than what a real phone was from when we were kids.
Yeah.
And people don't even know. I mean, there's kids now who've lived their whole lives with only South Park. South Park's been on television their whole life.
Yeah.
And they never used a phone. Like we had it's the equivalent of what, when we were kids, the other people who had the box on the wall.
Right.
That you, and not just the spin, maybe the tap, tap, tap and go, operator, give me a, you know, Cleveland 374.
Right.
You know,
whatever that was.
Yes. I hope that's not a real number that people start getting old.
I recently read, I don't know, it's pretty crazy how much our environment sort of informs us. But I recently read that when movies first came out, like when silent movies first came out, and that was the big innovation. Like that's how people thought of the internet now. Like it was civilization changing, you know?
Yes.
Movies.
Yeah.
But when that happened, people started dreaming in black and white because movies were black and white. Like it changed people's dreams.
Whoa.
And it like lasted, I mean, not everybody, but like a lot of
Wizard of Oz.
Well, I mean, I don't think that was the first color thing, but it was. I think it only lasted for like 4 years, and then people just went back to dreaming how they dreamt. But I mean, that's insane that it would change people's dreams. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Virtual reality will probably do the same thing to us.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to mind fuck us for sure.
Yeah.
They even say, like, I was hearing, because I haven't even been on VR yet, but Bill Suter was telling me he has one. He got himself that for his birthday, but we didn't. I was hearing somebody else who was really into it, and they were talking about VR and how it was disorienting. He was in it for so long at one point that it was disorienting coming out of it.
Oh, sure.
It's like being on a boat.
I have that experience from like when I was in high school and I would play video games for like 8 hours.
Yeah. Right before I left Thailand, I was living with Bill or Jay, both of them. They both had Spider-Man on PS4. And that's what my dreams are about. I was just swinging through New York City.
Oh, yeah.
I would just have partial dreams of me swinging through the city.
Yeah. I've never had a Superman dream of flying, but I've had a Spider-Man dream of swinging.
Mm-hmm. Swinging.
It was fun.
I think that's why we love that's my theory on, if I've never told you, I think that's my theory on why most people love Spider-Man the most out of most superheroes. Mm-hmm. Is not just the emotional relationship of the family and stuff, but that his physical ability of just swinging is relatable.
Oh, yeah.
Where completely. Like Superman's just flying. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've all swung as kids, but we've been in a pool. You can like kind of fly underwater, but it's not the same though.
Not the same. Would you, in any point in your life, because I think now we're too old to do it, would you ever have had the balls to do the like Red Bull jump off a cliff and wear the little flying squirrel suit?
Oh, well, I don't think we're too old. Although it's easy to say that as opposed to like being on a hilltop and then suiting up and then getting pushed off. But yeah, I would have done that when I was younger. I would have.
I think I would have. Yeah. That seems way more entertaining or like exciting to me than just jumping out of a plane.
Yeah.
Like the sensation of flying. I would really love to know the sensation of flying.
Well, you have seemingly more control gliding than falling.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
But as I say that, oh yeah, I would have tried that when I was younger. I never sought it out. So maybe I don't know, maybe I wouldn't have. But I feel like
I remember I was living on Long Island during Hurricane Gloria, which was like 86, and I was just a little kid.
Go Mets.
And what?
I said, go Mets.
Yeah. And I love them.
Yeah. That was the year, right? 86?
Yeah. So I think it was like after their World Series. I don't know. Yeah. I might be wrong. I might have said the date because of the Mets, but I feel like it was 86. They had it was the biggest hurricane that hit Long Island.
Let's look it up.
And it hit us dead on. And I remember we went out during halftime when it hit the eye of the storm. And so it's pretty calm in the middle. And my dad let us all go out and play in the yard. It was like all morning or day we were watching the storm, and the wind and the rain is so heavy you barely see, and you see branches and trees falling and all that stuff. So then when we went out during the eye of the storm, I took during the first half, there was a tree that actually fell on our house. We had a nice maple tree that fell on our house, and it just, the top branches just knocked off the gutter. It wasn't like it did that much damage, but it was knocked over. Yeah. So I went out, like when my dad let us out, I grabbed a sheet I took a bed sheet and then climbed up the tree and was jumping off it and thinking that I was actually doing something, because it's still kind of windy. Yeah. During the eye of the storm. And I was jumping off way too high of a place that I should have, but
yeah. I looked it up. I looked it up, and it was September or October of 85.
85.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is weird. When you Google it, so all right, highest wind speed 143. This is like when you Google it, like it gives you a little like
info.
Yeah, like it gives you like small info, and you can click on it if you want more info. So it says highest wind speed 143 miles per hour. Total fatalities 8. It was a Category 4 hurricane, and then the date. This is interesting. September 16th, 1985 to October 4th, 1985. That's like half of a month. I guess that's
why
that
it hit so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't thought about this in forever, but I remember it hit so hard. It's the heaviest. It was the worst hurricane that Long Island got hit by.
Yeah.
In my lifetime, and since still, and I remember going to like church over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the lights were off, and we had to have the doors open so that light came in. And they didn't have music, so they played the piano for everybody to sing the hymns.
Yeah.
And it was actually kind of exciting. Everything was like funky weird, and it was very disruptive. I remember that everything was really disrupted because it wasn't that deadly. And in a lot of ways, when I hear people talk about it, like as a expense for like damages, it wasn't crazy bad.
900 million, it says here also. 900 million. And that,
in 85 prices.
Yeah. And it's significantly, 900 million. How many Transformers was that? I'm, an 80s toy. Anyway, it significantly impacted Atlantic Canada and the East Coast. Anyway, the Dain Bramage guys are here. Maybe it's just one of them. So let's bring in our Dain Bramage friends. I wonder if anybody,
Sean's saying it right.
I wonder if that was their first choice or if there was other names. I don't know. We'll ask about names if we want. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
What's up?
How's it going?
This is Lex over here in Thailand. He's a member you haven't met. Who are you guys again?
I'm Dylan. This is
Yes.
Rocco
from Dain Bramage.
Rocco, yeah. Was that the all right? Who did the logo and who came up with the name and how much discussion of the name was there? And then I don't know. Or talk about anything else.
It's a pretty good story, to be honest with you. This man
good.
did the logo. He designed the logo, but the name actually came from a couple years back. We were out snowboarding with a bunch of buddies. I decided I was really feeling like going fast in the woods, and I just felt great.
Yeah.
I got a terrible concussion. I went face first into a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
And I was I think this was my senior year.
Yeah.
We were sitting in like this, just like our activities rooms where we chill on our free time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, I honestly think I might have gotten Dain Bramage. Trying to say brain damage.
Right.
And it went away. It was just a really bad concussion, but and then we kind of.
Yeah, man.
It's made everybody laugh and it stuck. That's great.
A couple years later, actually. So what ended up happening was, I'm actually going to tell you a little bit backstory of how we got into making, solventless, extracts and whatnot. So I tore my ACL a couple, like 2 years ago, during football. I was having some fun. Was like, hey man, I'm trying to go a little extra hard in practice, try to get this, captain position. Let's get it, and I went.
What position? What position?
I was trying to go for wide receiver, man. Ithaca is such a small place, man, and they were like, "Oh, you're 150. We'll put you as center." I'm like, "Come on now." So I took.
There should be weight classes.
I'm a diva.
But it was such a small team, bro.
We
the year afterwards, they ended up removing the team for a year, but yeah, no, man, this was the year, man. I was gonna get my position. I've been working for years, working my butt off, and I was already used to smoking herb and stuff. Tore my ACL, and then months later I got surgery, and it was the medication they put me on. They put me on Percocet, and that was a little too strong, man. I was looking for something like that, afterwards, and that's how it happened. You get injured, you get prescribed, and then that's how you get hooked. That's the opioid crisis, the opioid epidemic. That's how it gets started. And I saw that firsthand, at a young age. And I started dabbling in a little bit, and it wasn't good, And then I found dabs, and I started buying them off the street. And then this one day, I bought some butane blasted dabs. Still had butane in them, I took such a huge one, bro, and I felt like my left lung just about collapsed.
Yeah.
And I vowed not to take dabs after that, but then the pain came back, my chronic pain in my knee. And so I was like, damn, I really, really need something, and I can't be messing around with pills, bro. I see what the hell it does to people. I got some family members that I've watched have to, go through that, and it sucks to watch. And so
yeah, we spent this time.
We
ways fucking makes all this strategy, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's some little something we pressed right there.
Nice. It's smart as young guys to connect with old guys like me and Lex to just come in here and immediately start talking about injuries, concussions, torn ACLs.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro.
Lex, do you want to talk about your knees at all, or concussions?
I tore my ACL too. I did. Oh yeah. I tore my ACL too. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but I actually like the Percocet. I don't know. I think they gave me Norcos or something like that. And the only thing when I remember with the pills, I remember that I wasn't fucking around with drugs that much yet, but I was like, oh, I know people take it recreationally. So I took like half of what they told me to take, but I was saving the rest so I could take them recreationally later, And I didn't, and I remember actually, so me and my best friend at the time, we went to Lollapalooza and popped like 2 or 3 each out of my batch that I had. And
2 or 3 halves or 2 or 3 full ones?
2 or 3 full pills, know?
Oh,
and I don't know what the dosage was at the time, sure. So I don't know what milligrams or whatever it was, but whatever they had given me, we each popped like 2. And when you're in physical pain, it just made me not hurt.
Yeah.
But then when you're sober, it makes you. What?
Oh, I say it's 100% disappears.
Yeah. So it worked when I was on pain. When I was hurting, I didn't feel high when I was taking the drug. But then when I was sober, and I took it with my friend, I was like, holy shit, this is the best feeling I've ever had. And I trashed the rest, and then I flushed the rest because I was like, that felt so good that I understand why people fuck themselves. So I was like, that was the end of that. And then 5 years later, I got my hands on someone. I started.
No. Man, it's all good, bro. But that's why we introduced insolventless rosin to people. Man. I took that butane blasted
way
down.
To get high, it gets you. I love these. They get you.
No, honestly, in my opinion, and to talk to some other people. I'm working. Yeah, 1 second. That's his little sister right there.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's a little sis.
Yeah.
She wanted to come and say hi, good morning. Well, yeah, no, we both agree that solventless rosin just hits a little bit different. It hits the body,
it's
more,
cleaner,
and it's better. Not just like the mind, but you get to feel this little cloudy feeling in your body, and it's not cloudy, but for me, it helps out with my knee.
Sure.
It's almost like it disrupts the nerves in my knee, but not to an extent to where I can't feel my knee, but to where I can't, feel the pain whenever I'm bending it or I'm walking too much, it gets stiff after 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'll take a dab and I can keep working, and I can do an 8-hour shift rather than being hey, after every 2 hours, can I sit down? At one point, I had a doctor's note for that, and now I just got a medical marijuana card, and I'm just smoking, because I only got one just so I can go out of state. And
are you guys just straight dabs now? Do you guys fuck with them?
You got to mess with flower because
so we honestly we just got accepted into Cookies University.
We did.
This man's going for he's going for extraction.
Yes, sir.
I'm going for cultivation, and as soon as we get out, we're gonna try to set up a mass our mass grow up. I think we're gonna go to Massachusetts. That's where it's looking cheaper to.
What is Cookie University? Because I'm sure Lex and a lot of people watching or listening is thinking it sounds like an illegitimate business.
We know me well, Sean.
Have you heard of Cookies, the brand?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah.
So you can say Cookies, Yeah,
No, it's exciting. It's good.
but like,
It's good though. It's good.
All the other companies out there, like, do you see any other companies with mass dispensaries? Do you see any other companies with mass grow operations, like offering jobs to people in like social equity who meet social equity criteria? You know, that's people like us. And you know, we're starting from a young age. Only 22 people got accepted into Cookies U online, and we're 22. You know, and that's out of probably thousands of applications there, bro. And then they go reading our applications, and we put in everything about Dain Bramage. I put in like I wanted to help people, bro. That's all I've ever wanted to do in my life. At first, I wanted to go in the army, and then I realized I love weed too much for that. And I wanted to go help in the hospital, and then I realized I love weed too much for that. And so I realized, oh shit, I can help people with weed, right? So you know, like, you know, chronic pain, remedy to cancer treatments. Like, there's so much, you know, so much that benefits just you know, just with bud or just dabs in particular, because you know, that's my thing. But cultivation, and we're trying to expand Dain Bramage more than just the extract side. Like, I got clothing. I got Dain Bramage clothing. He's wearing a piece of Dain Bramage clothing. I designed all the clothing and the website myself. I'm trying to make affordable designer-like clothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, almost like Supreme, something like the kids would mess around with. You know, the kids that are going to thrift shops, and mom's taking them to thrift shop because they ain't got enough money to get clothes. I know that, you know, I know what that's like. And it's not like I ain't never had enough money to get clothes, but like at one point I was going thrift shopping. I was going to Walmart and getting Walmart clothes and getting picked on it at one point in life. And I feel like it'd be a really cool opportunity. And also like Dain Bramage genetics, you know, we're looking at that because
we already started actually. We already started. We just grew. Harvested and dried this. Crossed our first strains because we're trying to make a DVOG. We just crossed lemon haze with GG number 4. It's never been recorded. It hasn't actually. It's never been recorded down. So this is like our strain, you know what I'm saying? Not like ours, but like for the first time we crossed it. And Image OG, you know what I'm saying? Just because
it's dope.
It's of its kind.
How'd it come out?
So it came out pretty all right. We got, so I got like this really small Gorilla Glue plant, and then we ended up it was Gorilla Glue number 4, and then we ended up crossing that with a lemon haze male that we ended up growing. We were gonna kill it at first, and I was like, wait. We love our lemon haze. Love how that hits the body, right? And it's one of the downright favorite, you know, good, best tasting, and just one of my most favorite phenotypes. But then when it comes to Gorilla Glue, that hits you in the head. And I love people to get the both head, like mental and physical, because when it's too much head, you get thinking too much. And when it's too much body, you're like, damn, bro, I'm couch locked, but I can think perfectly fine. And it, you know, like you want that balance of high. So we're trying to like get that through this here strain, and we're gonna, you know, we'll tell you how it comes out in the next harvest.
Yeah, man. I had a quarter of an edible last night. It was really, I don't know what strain it was used in it, but it was it has like it's like a brown muffin, and it has like chocolate and banana in it, and I don't know what was in it. It might have been, I was watching Squid Game on Netflix last night. I got sad. I was like, I got not like horribly, but I just like kind of got sad. Lex, do you know about Squid Game? Have you?
Yeah, I'm surprised that you guys know about, because because I'm on this side of the world, I thought maybe it was just an Asian thing. I didn't know that you guys were all Squid Game in and out. They're like, it's blowing up. They love it out here.
All of America's watching it. Have you guys seen Squid Game?
I've watched it all, man. I mean, I ain't gonna try to like. I'm definitely not gonna spoil nothing, but holy crap, that thing!
You know what?
So much, man. You know, it's crazy.
Like, I'm only 5 episodes.
End, bro.
Yeah,
like, it's like what?
Yeah, like, I'm only 5 episodes in, and I'll be honest, I don't care if anything is spoiled, because it's just like, I know it's gonna be fucked up stuff.
It's fucked up all the way. That's all I gotta say.
Right.
Bro, did you know that this man wrote this script back in 2009?
Oh wow!
He wrote the script for Squid Games back in 2009, but he got turned down by multiple different, you know, publishers and agencies, and he actually had to sell his computer for $675 in order to make money because he wasn't doing well with his food and whatnot. Yeah. And now he's going to have Netflix's most watched TV show of all time. You know, isn't that insane?
Of all time? That's where it's at now?
Probably. Of all time, bro.
No shit. You know, this is how I feel about Squid Game. But I know I'm an asshole. But I feel like same shit with Sopranos. We were talking about Sopranos before you guys got on. And like The Wire. Like I never watched The Wire. And it's like I kind of like it's just pop thing that everybody knows, like everybody says I'll like, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna. That's how I kind of feel about Squid Games. Though it is kind of it does look good. But so I'm fighting it.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little weird.
I think Lex, the reason I think a lot of people like Squid Games. Is it Squid Game or Games? I forget. Squid Game, right?
Games, just because you got 6 games.
Yeah. I think a lot of people like it because there's bright costumes in it.
There are a lot of colors, but like
it is.
The games are like childhood games from like like that are known in Korea. You know. And
I don't want to be too culturally insensitive, but I just seen they do some weird shit out here with squid. And so I didn't know what they're, you know.
No, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
I don't think
that was the first thing I remember seeing there. I was like, what the fuck is going on here in Thailand? Is like some dude walking down the street with a cart. He's pushing a cart and it like a rack on it. And they just had dried squid. They were all about like this big. Just dried squid on this rack that you could order. And
that sounds good.
I didn't get it then, but they'll shave it into little like smaller, it's like beef jerky, but
kind of like jerky calamari.
Yeah.
Without being fried though, right?
No, it's dried, it's sun dried, and it's not. They'll cut it up into slices, but when it's hanging on that rack, it's just a little baby squid, just like a whole bunch of full squids just sitting there. Yeah. It doesn't look good, but they love it.
No man, it
ain't bad. It ain't that bad.
But shoot, man, I wanted to ask y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all into extracts that much? I know extracts be hitting a little different.
That's it.
The lungs.
I don't fuck with it that much, especially because it ain't easy to get. You guys met Jay. He's all about that.
Yeah. I met Jay.
So I know he loves it. For me, I'll do it if it's there, but I definitely think it hits different. And that's why I was asking you guys if you fuck with the green, because I love flower. Like it just, I just enjoy that more.
Yeah,
but I also know what.
Oh, that's just what we all started on, I mean, shit. Like you gotta love the roots. It's the greatest.
Yeah. I think when I've been so disassociated from it, so far away from me now that I just haven't gotten to experience as much as everybody else has in this world. It's blowing up so quick. So I'm sure when I get back to America, I'll be dabbing it up.
Can you guys tell us what the difference between solventless extracts are and like extracts with solvents? I don't know the difference.
Yeah. So we make
good question.
Dabs with they're just heated temperature pads, and like a 2-ton pressure block, and they press it goes 1,500. I think it maxes out at 2,000, but it's supposed to the proper pounds per inch is like 900 for your whole thing. So we press that for our solventless rosin, and it's just the heat and the pressure that squeezes our little pucks. I'll use just this thing right here. I stuff my buds in like this, and I press them into a little puck like that.
It squeezes the terpenes, and the oils that are within the flower.
So when you're done,
it squeezes it out.
When I finish making dabs, this is what my weed looks like. Just like a nice little flat cookie. But
and you eat that? Just kidding.
I mean,
so it is technically decarbed, but not really long enough. So
yeah,
I don't know. You would want to do it more, and most of the THC is taken out of it too.
Yeah, but what you can do is actually you could take some like sunflower oil and take another mix of some sort of acetate, and it's safe, to have this mixture. You can take cookies and dip them in them, and it will remove all the THC, all the dabs left in the cookies that we can't get to, even by repressing or whatever. And I'll put them in the sunflower oil and the sunflower seed oil, right? And you can take that and make crazy edibles, like some gummies or whatnot, and they hit hard, you know.
Lex looks like he's in love.
Were you guys into were you guys into science before weed, or is like now you or did you guys get more? You guys talk about alkaline, like that. I love it.
I mean, I don't know. I always kind of like science, but like not really like that. I always like when I've loved weed since the day I realized it was a thing. I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And then when I realized dabs were a thing, it was just an amplified version of that. Honestly, I loved it. I loved it.
Science.
Yeah. All right. Here's a question. I'm
a historian, bro. You know, I'm a historian.
Like dabs were so expensive. I wanted to be able to do it myself to make it cheaper.
I have a good follow-up question. And I'm not asking this to shame you guys or any. I don't know, but you're just fresher out of high school than Lex and I are. Do you remember the definition of a covalent bond? That's like a term that I remember from high school, but I don't remember what the fuck it means. Like, do you remember what those are? Covalent bonds.
Man, I remember which teacher said something about that, but I couldn't remember what she said about it.
Yeah.
Covalent.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Between carbons, you know, like I feel stupid on that, but I feel like it's a bond between carbons. It's a certain bond in between the middle, because when you bond certain atoms, and they got stronger bonds in the middle. Like,
it's something about atoms.
Line in between, you know, in the cells or in the atom structure, and then they'll give the two lines, and it looks like it's stronger. I don't know. I don't quite remember. Like
it's more than
Any history question, bro? I got you. I'm a history.
It's more than I remember.
Yo, let me tell this about you guys.
Sure.
Sorry. Just something I had read some scientific paper on is like there's a theory now that talks about, you know, how electrons really hard to you don't actually see an electron, you just kind of know that they're there, but if you ever hear somebody kind of talk about an electron, it's just more like they just know that they're there based off of weight, but it's not like they ever have a picture of it. One of the theories now is saying that like there's just one electron. Like it's all the
same thing.
It's all this. It's just energy that's we call it electron.
That's definitely interesting though.
Lex, you know what I was thinking about recently? Because guys, I'll update you on a conversation that we had a while ago, but our other buddy JQ, he was talking about this article he read that like, we don't actually live in a 3D world. We live in a 2D world, but we just perceive it as three-dimensional, which would mean, if that's true, it would mean the flat earthers are right.
Ooh. Yeah.
But let me just ask you though, where does depth perception come in?
I have no clue.
You know what I'm saying? If we were living in a 2D world and we can perceive it as 3D, where does depth come from, man?
Yeah, I mean, I have no clue.
I'm sorry.
I have no depth.
My fiance has a friend who, you know, shall not be named, but is a flat earther, and we was getting a little into it one night. It was smoking, and she's like, you know, the Earth flat, right? And I was like, what you mean? Like, you know, like I'm just like ruin the vibe. Okay, but no.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, okay? And then, you know, I tried going in, explaining everything that we've all learned since like kindergarten, and you know, and then she tried to give me an example with water and how water can't stay on a surface that's curved. And I was just like, there's you know, such thing as gravity and surface tension. And, you know, and just it's hard really talking to these people, because honestly, sometimes they have points that, you know, it had to take me a second to look up and stuff, but I wouldn't have like this stuff on the top of my head to go off of. So they're like, I caught you, and like, oh man, you know, I don't know, you know, like, what do you guys think about flat Earth? Let me ask you that.
All right, my simple response is I do think that the Earth is round, and I also know that I can't prove it. And so anybody who thinks the earth is flat, I mean, I don't have the ability to convince them otherwise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I also if they get mad at me for thinking the earth is round, it's like, I don't know, get over it.
Yeah.
I got 2 points about.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lex.
I know that you can prove it with like 2 or 3 people by triangulating the moon, right?
Sure.
Which they did like 400 years ago.
Yeah.
But personally, me, I'm a flat earther, but I play the game of the round earther because I want that round earth money. You know, I want that round earth money. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna play that game. You know, I'm playing 2D chess. I'm playing 2D chess. Yes, 2D chess.
That's a good way to. Yeah, that's my stance as well. I'm gonna. Lex convinced me to think about it the way he does. All right, our friend Johnnie Occhipinti is here, so I'm going to bring him in, and you guys can definitely stick around. He's
and I'm going to dip out. I'm going to go grab since they got that up.
Oh yeah,
is that all right?
Lex has food he has to go get.
All the way downstairs.
Well, Lex, it was nice meeting you, man.
Oh, he'll be back.
Yeah, if I don't see you guys, it was best of luck. I hope you guys check back in too, because I'm honestly like, you guys are inspiring. I love that you guys are so focused and just talking about helping people and all that shit. Honestly, you guys seem mad cool, and I hope wish the best for you, and I hope you guys come back and keep us updated.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right.
I'd love to come back.
All right,
what up, Johnny? I'll come back.
Yeah,
right. I'm dipping out. Awesome. Love you guys.
He's getting his dinner. Johnny, what's up? What's the word in Scranton? Are you in Scranton today?
I'm in Hamilton right now.
Have you guys? Our friends Dain Bramage, they're in Ithaca. Have you guys ever been to Scranton? Johnny, have you ever been to Ithaca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been to Scranton?
Yeah. Actually, I bought a car. Actually, with my
What's
pop.
that?
Oh, I said my pops and I bought a car out near there, and then it was like an hour away from Scranton, but we went through there, and I know that The Office was recorded there and shit. So
yeah,
well, it wasn't recorded there. A little bit, like the intro, but the rest of the stuff was like obviously in LA, and it was just hilarious because Scranton is the opposite of LA.
I mean, I never was an Office fan anyway. I mean, I watched a little bit of it, but the humor was a little too bland, you know.
Oh, dude, I can't disagree more. I think it's the greatest show that's ever like.
Here's why I never. Here's why The Office never hooked me. It's because I don't like office jobs.
No, it's perfect for that. It's a perfect.
Yeah. But I don't want to watch a show that takes place in our office because it's like, I don't like office jobs so much. I don't even want to watch anything that's set in an office.
Imagine working, at an office.
Yeah. I just
like to get off
of my life.
Home to watch The Office. Imagine that, how ironic is that, Just to be like, oh shit, I hate my life in this fucking job, and you come home and you're laughing at somebody else fucking having a miserable life in your position, Like,
yeah. It's a never-ending loop. You dream about it. No, it's funny. The Office like yearly annual fucking party or whatever just happened in Scranton. People from all over the country came.
Oh jeez.
Nice. What things get sold at annual office parties? Like, I'm sure that people make T-shirts or they roll up with like ashtrays in the shape of, I don't know, a cubicle. I don't like what kind of
at like the office.
Their merch.
What do you think that their merch? Definitely Steve Carell heavy.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my hoodie. It's in the car. My aunt got a white Shroot hoodie.
Oh man,
it's great. You wouldn't know it. It would look like your town's like pumpkin patch hoodie, but it's Dwight.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh my bad.
Have you guys heard of this group that believes birds aren't real and they're drones? Have you heard of this?
I saw that.
No,
supposedly it started as a joke. Supposedly it started as a joke, and even the person who started it doesn't believe it. But then it took off, and so now there's like events, but nobody knows if other people who are there believe it or not.
Oh my God! So it's like it's a troll of a troll. It's just like trollception.
Yeah.
I've watched birds grow, like from eggs to flying out the nest in my garage.
Yeah, those dead just the birds.
Those were government drones.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to burst your bubble.
Yeah, the government is just so good at making bird drones that they like. Oh yeah, they start as eggs and then grow.
But think about like back in the day, like you could say like that, like now because you can have battery packs or whatnot. But think about back in the day when there were no such thing as battery packs and electricity, but it was all combustion and it was coming down the motors. Well, where's the exhaust? Well, you can smell that shit. You can hear it. You know what I'm saying?
They kind of got me a little bit. I feel like you were in the original Squid Games when that happened. You didn't even know it.
Oh,
you didn't even know it. You were in
maybe.
Back on the Squid Games, huh?
Yeah.
I actually have it playing in the background. You guys got me in.
Oh,
I need to start.
What episode?
I'm telling you.
I've seen it. First episode.
Oh.
So it's on mute, but I'll backtrack. But I just bought a DJI Mavic Bird. I didn't they work. They work great.
What's that? A drone?
I was thinking about this morning.
Well, both a drone or a bird. Pet as well.
I was just looking at getting one of those DJI Mavic Minis, for about like.
You're better off. I actually bought one, but I used a really nice one at work when I was working for the solar company, and the Mini's cool, but that's more like for just like I don't know, personal use, I guess. If you're trying to like do anything like videography wise, go for the Air S2. I'll put the link in the chat. It's less money than the Pro, the Mavic Pro, but it has like the 4 sensors and all that, so that you don't crash it as much. And the camera is insane.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to do some things just because we got out there to that Cannabis festival, that we met you at, Sean.
Yeah.
Out there, but it would have been nice to have some drone shots, just for like the Instagram page,
It would have. Yeah, you're right. It would have. I mean, what wouldn't be nice to have drone shots of? You know what I mean?
I mean, it'd be awesome just to make like a little video, like us heading out, and then you see us in the car, and was like, yo, cause I was trying to make a little documentary of sorts, and just because I know today, like with people like you. And with all the supporters and love that we're getting right now, and where we're getting that, getting accepted in the cookies, and whatnot, we're gonna be big, man. Dain Bramage name that you're gonna be hearing, getting out there here in the next couple of years, and I'm just shit, man. I took a huge step, and I'm losing my train of thought. You hear me right there, but.
When does Cookies University start for you both? And it's an online thing, right?
Yeah, our orientation is on the 13th.
It's next
Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, and how long of a program is it?
3 months. It's a 3-month cohort, actually.
Oh, sweet.
We have 3 months to finish it. So, like, if we don't get it finished or have at least 90% of the cohort completed within those 3 months, we don't get, the certification. So it's, it's still like very timely. It's still
sure.
Like, it's on our own schedule.
Yeah.
But
welcome back, Johnny and Lex.
Yeah, I just put the link up for the drone that I would recommend. It's like the perfect starter drone, I feel like. But also, if you're going to be doing like the Instagram drone videos, YouTube, any of that, you got to get your drone license. Because
I had a buddy who actually was flying drones, and Nico got in trouble for that shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, flying at school and whatnot.
Yeah, it's not
school. We had like falls. We have like these falls by Ithaca High School, and Nico was just flying them over here. And this was a couple years ago, but he almost got in trouble for that.
Do you think there's a market for fake drone license ID? Like
100%.
Good question.
Yeah.
There's a
Market
market
for
for
fake
everything
everything.
fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
wherever someone can make a buck at, you know.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like they have all these courses and stuff.
Part of
Oh,
the
shit.
round earth money. It's part of that round earth money, that fake drone shit.
Oh yeah.
Like coming back in with the.
I feel that round earth, preferred round earth, but
You know,
occasionally Earther.
Lex, we should diversify our portfolio. We should go after round earth money and flat earth money.
Yeah,
Ooh, good point.
No.
Go for all of it.
Yeah.
Hey y'all.
Yeah.
So y'all know, we're actually about to head out here real quick.
All right.
And I just want to give us just a quick shout out. You know, just go
sir.
follow us.
Please.
Everybody who's watching at Dain_Bramage.official at DAIN _ BRAM. Yeah, AGE. Yeah, .official. Yeah, let's being high over here. And then you can also look us up with our clothing, Dain Bramage Clothing, which is my
We have a
company.
link to the
and-
website.
yeah,
it is
that's-
on the Instagram.
that's on
too, if you
Instagram.
can't find it.
And you can
Yeah.
look at www.dainbramageclothing.com. Nothing special about it, all lowercase. And it should pop right up for y'all. And yeah, you can check it out and DM us if you want something, because the website is being a little weird right now. But we definitely got you. We're trying to get our product out there.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, yeah. And come back and just give us an update on the certification, you know?
Yeah, man.
No, we got you. No, thank you so much for inviting us up.
We got to pick up, boys. I'll get you.
Yeah.
I'll get
Hey,
two,
man.
two, hey, stud, and you're good. Need an 80, an 80, just an 80. The bar is that low.
I hear you. Hey man, we're gonna be on top of this. We're still
Yes,
working full time
yes,
at other
yes,
jobs,
yes.
and then we're still putting in hours for Dain Bramage. And then
Oh,
we're
yeah.
doing college on top,
Working
bro.
out.
And it don't even matter, man. As long as we keep pushing, we know that it's gonna pay off.
Yeah,
Yep.
you could pay somebody even if you needed to. It works out with the drone stuff.
Yeah, I hear you. And thank you. Actually, I appreciate the link there. I'm about to copy that real quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, great seeing you guys. And yeah, definitely check in with us again.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. It's nice meeting y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a
Definitely. Definitely, guys.
Every day,
You
y'all.
too, guys. Peace.
Yep.
Say hi to your sister for me. I don't know what I didn't get a chance to hear if they laughed. It's just like, hey.
I was like the last second.
They probably, I'm sure they laughed.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully you know me.
Here's Don gave us a description of a covalent bond. It consists of the mutual sharing of one or more pairs of electrons between two atoms. These electrons are simultaneously attracted by the two atomic nuclei. A covalent bond forms when the difference between the electronegativities of two atoms is too small for an electron to transfer to occur to form ions. All right, that sounds familiar. I don't know.
I feel like I knew it more when I was a kid.
Definitely.
And now that doesn't even make sense to me.
I think I have to know the difference between other bonds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know the bond between a man and a woman. I know,
Right.
I know the bond between a mother and a child.
Yep. This covalent bond is a different thing, though.
Yeah.
Evidently. This dog I'm dog sitting is just chilling out over here.
Let's
There
go.
he
We're
is.
both in the chill zone.
Yeah.
I'm knocked out.
Yeah.
One never gets chill usually too, and he's chilled out.
I was hanging out with this dog last night, watching TV, and I don't know, for some, we were playing fetch and we were playing tug of war for a little bit. But at one point I was just watching TV and it was just like, are you having fun, dog? Like, you don't know. It's just like,
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
Like no feedback whatsoever. They don't say anything.
No.
Well, the tail is a big indicator, right?
True.
The tail,
Yeah.
the wag.
It's true.
Just yeah.
Yep.
I heard that dogs, there's times when you see pictures of dogs that they kind of smile. And I thought that was just like us projecting that on them. But
Mhm.
they actually say that's they've learned that from us. Like dogs do smile for us.
Do you think it triggers serotonin in their brain? You know what I mean?
Know.
Like
I would think, yeah.
Because they say if humans smile, it will make them happier.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. The physical act.
If you lift your arms up, like in a victory type thing, they say that makes you like.
Yeah. Or stand with your hands on your waist, and it's like a powerful, make you feel strong.
Yeah.
Superman stance.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you need like a big old like Texas belt on too, maybe some jeans.
I heard that if you dress as a cowboy, you feel. No, I don't know. I don't know where I was going.
It was close. It was an attempt.
Yeah,
it was an attempt.
Yeah. I did come up with a joke the other day that I haven't even tried up on stage. I don't know what the premise is.
Okay.
Really, I just have the punchline, and it's just that, hey, this town isn't big enough for two towns.
I like it.
I don't know what that setup is.
I'll tell you my new joke that I just wrote yesterday. Was some people see the glass is half full, some people see the glass is half empty. Oh, you inspired me this when we talked. So some people see the glass half full, some see it half empty. I just miss my sippy cup.
Right. That's good.
Thank you.
That'd be a great Manny shirt.
Jay Cunis said he's going to try to join us. He's at the New York Harvest Festival.
Did you see the video last night next to that like little thing he was whooshing?
Yeah, that art thing, right?
Yeah, that windmill.
He was so chilled out.
He was so blazed.
I do want to ask him about that because Jay Cunis, he posted a Facebook story of him standing in front of some windmill art thing, and the thing he posted was like 20 seconds long, which is more time that anybody would spend looking at that if they were there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Which isn't.
Yeah, you're not knocking it.
I'm not knocking it. But I am saying, like, he made us watch something that we wouldn't have spent the time to watch if we were there.
Yeah,
he took more than enough allotment from his viewership of that.
Right.
You know, there's probably a few people waiting to like get the peak of it, and he was hogging it up.
Hogging those peaks. Yeah.
There's just a whole line waiting to just move the windmill.
Yeah. Oh, here he is.
Like, come on, dude.
Here he is.
Perfect.
We'll let him update us, and then we'll talk about the windmill thing.
Okay.
Unless he might go right into it. We'll see. But give it up for Jason Cunis. Maybe that's the only thing he wants to share. I don't know.
It probably is.
Maybe.
Sweet. Yeah, I actually thought of a new.
Yeah. No, go ahead, John.
About how like I saw like an EDM concert with like some woman had like a paper mache type like dragon that was like lit up, like going through the crowd, and like on an iPhone video watching from Facebook at 9 a.m. you're like, what idiots? But then you think, you're like, wait, no, if I was there, that'd be like a moment of your life is seeing that dragon.
Johnny, you're dog sitting in someone else's place, right?
Yeah, which is my preferred, honestly.
Yeah. I'm dog sitting at my place, which is fine.
But fine, yeah.
But I could see how it would not be fine. This dog is chill, and I don't know, we're having a blast. But the owners also did say, like, they sent the dog's crate with it, or I picked it up, and they're like, leave. If you leave, put him in his crate, or if he gets destructive, put him in its crate.
Whoa! Wait! Slow down again. What?
Yeah. There he is.
Big JQ.
Yeah, coming live from the parking lot.
We're talking with people.
Yeah.
No, this is the.
I don't know. He might need to get booted. I can't. He's choppy. Where are you?
I'm up upstate New York.
No, you said where are you? Campgrounds?
I'm in Afton, New York at the New York State. Yep, at the New York State Harvest Festival.
Chilling.
Yeah. What can you update us?
Beautiful.
What can you update us about?
Trip report last night was really good. I went and seen a PM. I had some nice clean acid. It was really nice. It was really good.
Nice. The way your voice cracked.
I got to hang out with all the DJs. I got some funny stories too. So
wait a minute.
We'll be telling some next week.
Wait a minute. You got to hang out with the DJs, or did you just start following the DJs around and that nobody asked you to leave?
Yeah.
Well, I was the only guy with papers. Smart guy in the room.
Oh,
I was
all right.
the only guy with papers. And like, hey, you got papers? And then I just I milled in from there. There was even a point where the stage manager thought I was one of the DJs, and he's like, "Hey, you're gonna go up next, right?" I got down, and dude, and I was like, "Oh, this is my chance. This is my chance."
Man,
I have never prepared for this.
Yeah.
You know?
I would have loved if you would have gone on stage and not DJ'd and just started talking into the microphone about your first experience being a DJ. And that would have been,
Listen, everybody, your normal DJ wasn't able to make it. I apologize.
Yeah. Man, I would love to hear a track of just Jason talking about what it's like being a DJ while there's music playing underneath it.
Yeah. They'd have to get a real DJ to do that. In the background.
Sure. You just gotta do a lot of
Man, I kind of wanted to get Jay to do some
other stuff to record is I haven't slept yet. I haven't slept 2 days.
Well, you took acid.
If we dared you to sleep, would you do it right now?
I couldn't. I work. I got to hustle today.
Oh.
Hey, is there a beetle behind you? A VW bug?
There is.
Yeah.
Herbie. Love it.
Yeah.
Hippie.
So we got some we got some weed going in the competition today.
Oh.
Trap. I'm with Deadbolt Genetics. We're out here and we're going to New York State because we are New York growers.
Is it? Well, it's the New York Harvest Festival. Are there any non-New York growers there, or is it all New York?
Good question.
There are a lot of out of state people that run a bunch of beautiful weed, but it's not New York weed. So they can vend it, but they can't cup it.
I see.
What does cup it mean?
So there's a cannabis cup going on today.
Oh, okay. I understand. I got it.
Yeah.
Have you seen anyone that you know or we know? Have you run into anybody? Have you met new people?
I just ran into someone right now. This is one of the DJs from last night.
Hey, what's up?
I do. So yeah, I met some people that follow us from the show, and they were at our show 2 weeks ago. And they're like, yeah, I heard you would be here. And so they like we're coming through, and they came through. And I seen him last night. He's like, yeah, man, I haven't seen you since like 2 weeks. Where you been? I'm like, I've been here.
He's like, yeah. And I haven't seen you, and before that, I'd never even seen you before.
Yeah. That is the most like if somebody were to describe what an alien living in a human body would say to somebody as like a way to like pretend to have conversation, like that's what it would be. Like, oh, I haven't seen you since the last time I've seen you. That's how an alien speaks.
Yeah.
I told you were going to be recognized up there, though.
Oh yeah, totally was. Totally
Yeah.
was. And it felt so good. I was like, really? You came here because of me? And then they went out to think putting on such a good festival like this week. I was like, yeah, I don't do this one. This one's really cool, but I don't do it.
The yellow shirt is perfect for marketing.
Yeah. You're
You
popping
can't-
right now.
Wait,
Good shirt. I'll admit, when I first saw the shirts that Jason ordered, I was like, yellow shirt, I don't know. But then when we got the physical shirt, I was like, these are great.
Where'd Jason go?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys put your slogan on the car? Punch bug?
No, that card just happened to be there, but
Yeah.
No, I was making like a John Cena joke.
Oh.
John Cena, the funniest of professional wrestlers.
I saw a Tooth Fairy with The Rock, and it was pretty good actually.
Oh
I bet.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
Stone Cold's got a podcast, so he's got to be up. Might be mine.
Yeah,
He's got to be funny. You're right. Oh, Mankind is probably funny, right?
Mankind probably does. Yeah.
Oh man,
He's got to be funny.
rip.
Um,
Triple H is probably like, and Shawn Michaels are probably hilarious. I mean, Shawn Michaels for sure.
I bet Goldberg
Yeah.
is funny, right?
Yeah,
Like bro humor.
acting. He's on Schooled or something. He's on the Brian Callen show. The Goldbergs.
The TV show.
Something.
Mm.
He's in.
Brian Callen's in that. He has a podcast that like the bee. What is it? The
Fighter
the
and the
stinger
Kid.
and the fighter and the kid. Yeah.
That's Brendan Schaub. That's
Yeah.
Giovanni, and that's a great podcast.
Oh, am I confusing it? What Brian Callen wasn't he doing a show with Brendan Schaub though?
Yeah,
Or
they
am I
still
just
do
tripping.
the Fighter and the Kid.
Oh, the fighter and the kid. All right. Did everything? Did we lose people?
I don't know. I was wondering that too.
Yeah, it was weird the timing because my power went out. Like my I'm getting low battery, but
I'm still here.
They're back. The boys are back.
I just had to get a plug for my phone. Hey, Johnny, let's talk about next week a little bit.
yeah, cool.
The telethon.
Did already. So we're going the 15th, right? It's like, when does it start? October 15th at what time?
No, is it
Friday
the
night?
15th? I thought it was the 16th and 17th. Am I tripping? Whatever next Friday is, though. Right?
We talked about starting Friday night and ending Saturday night.
Yeah. Was that the 15th? Shit.
Yeah,
I'm like ripping through time.
well, I mean, you're in a different time zone, so it's hard. These discussions are just always hard.
Oh, that's right. It is April over here.
Right.
So yeah,
But-
we're going the night of the 15th until at least the 16th.
Right.
Okay.
But my thoughts on if I should go to Scranton, I think I should start in New York, and then maybe sometime Saturday travel to Scranton. But it might be better if I'm just in New York the whole time, so I'm by a computer. I don't know.
I mean, whatever's great. I'll be all over the place, like in Scranton. So I should be good, but whatever you feel. I mean, it would be hilarious to have you there with the punk rock flea market too.
Maybe. I mean, maybe I'll take a bus there because I don't know. You said something about picking me up, but it'd be better if you were there instead of in a car.
But it's 24 hours. There's no rush. Like the car ride might be sick. Like, what if I went to New York like after dog sitting? Like, what if I went to New York and then because my friend Carl offered me a night at the Carl Resort.
Yeah.
You met Carl. So I
met Carl, yeah.
You know.
Well, maybe we'll drive back overnight because I don't want to take you away from the Scranton flea market. I think it'd be cool if you were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if we left, that's on Saturday morning. So if I dropped you off at Adele's at like Friday night, I have plenty of time to like. Oh wait, no, we're gonna be going. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna be. I mean, I have no problem picking you up. I'm on no deadline. I quit my corporate gig, going back to Mannion and Manny Media. So I have no rush of things.
Oh.
I kind of want to go to New York. I might be going to New York for a day or two. We'll see. If
All right.
I'm there.
Well, maybe we'll start with you and I here in New York, and then overnight we'll travel to Scranton or something.
That would be fun. That would be
Oh,
fun.
geez.
I like all that stuff.
Don says he's in New Jersey. Don, are you in New Jersey now?
No
or
shit.
Are you in New Jersey next week? Don is on the Facebook chat. And
I saw. In what part of Jersey? I'm in South Jersey.
Jason, what do you hope to see today at the Harvest Fest? What are you hoping to find? Don just sent me a message that just says messages.
Oh yeah, cell phone reception. Sorry, Don. Cell phone reception is spotty up here all weekend. I will check my messages when I get off. But I do hope to see more weed here. A lot more people are coming today. I think we had 2,000 people yesterday. I think there's going to be another 2,000 people coming in today.
Yeah.
And another 2,000 people coming in tomorrow.
Are you pumping up this telethon for next week?
So today, I am. I've been talking it up. I've been talking everything up. So
Don't put pressure on them. I mean, just mention it and like encourage them.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait a minute.
I
Lex, are you talking to me about Jason? Are you telling me to not pressure Jason about talking about it?
I was actually telling myself it out loud to not pressure you, to pressure Jay. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I didn't want you. I don't want no pressure. Like
Good.
whole situation pressureless.
Yeah. Johnny, what are we looking at on your computer? What's this is this just in, everybody. What is this?
Wait, what happened? I kind of thought this was funny. I was going on my Facebook clip, and the first thing that pops up is an intimate evening with David Foster on his Hitman tour.
Who is that guy?
I don't know, but then there's also the fall festival, and I was like, that's like two of our topics in one, because like an intimate artist showcase.
Yeah, that's your thing. Intimate artist showcase is your thing.
And then Jason's up at the little different fall fest, but you know, and they got the shop right.
Right.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Okay. So Don sent me a new private message. The messages were about the Facebook comments, which I was talking about. Now he says in the public comments, semi-truck ride to Scranton.
I'm telling you.
Semi-truck ride?
I mean, if you're going to be nearby next week, Don, I'll.
You know what?
Jason, what are you saying?
Watch out for the lot lizards.
Jason, I was trying to communicate with Don, and you kept talking over me.
My phone's gonna die.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, Jay, real quick. Jay,
love you.
Jay, wait. Jay, real quick. What's your favorite superhero?
What?
Who's your favorite superhero?
Superhero?
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Deadpool.
Hey, did you like him before the movie? Did you know about him?
Did you like the Ben Affleck?
Oh, he's gone.
He's Daredevil.
Oh. Does he like Deadpool because of his snarky comments or because he saves people? I don't know. I like, what's the criteria? He's back.
He's coming back. The balls on this man.
Yeah.
You know what
with a dead phone. He's dialing back in with a dead phone, which is like, takes even more. Trying to dial in is just, he's losing
half the battery.
Yeah.
He's losing battle right now.
I know, but we'll let him come back on. It's your own. Hey, if you get lost in the woods and your cell phone is dead, I mean,
it is.
You know what I like about
it should be good. He's got the DJs. the DJs need his wrapping papers. They'll get him home.
Yeah.
Thing I like about Deadpool
Yes.
is one of his superpowers in the comic strip as well. In the books, his books as well, is he's the only Marvel character that knows that he's in a comic book. He can break the fourth wall and leave it, or I don't know if it's leave it or whatever, but he's fully aware of that, which actually he's used to his advantage.
It's a funny power.
Yes,
it's funny.
Really, really funny. I really like that.
Yeah.
Johnny?
I never watched Deadpool because I was supposed to watch it with an ex-girlfriend, and I had her DVD, and we broke up, and I just never watched.
And now
it
it just sits there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's just
Now
I gotta watch that. I like that idea.
Now a movie you've never seen is permanently connected to an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't
Isn't
know
that weird?
Yeah.
where it's somewhere around. Like it's definitely around. I don't know where it is. I would have watched it.
Never to be untangled. All right. So supposedly Don thinks that maybe there's a semi-truck ride in our future for next weekend. If that happens, let's do it.
Yeah, do that.
That's an easy yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to put him out of. I mean, that's like gas money.
Have either of you guys ever been in a semi?
I was in Don's semi truck out in.
Oh, that's right.
Vegas.
You did tell me that.
Yeah.
Johnny, you ever go in a semi?
Never been in a semi. I want to say I've been in a service truck. Yeah, no, not a semi though. Like not like
because they have like a bed behind the chairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a whole thing. Yeah.
Sometimes two
nap.
beds.
We could do like a nap rotation for the 2 or 3 hours.
What did I I had something else. I
just see Sean pop like opening the curtains, like, guys, it's crazy back there.
We could have a lot lizard stroll out as we're getting in.
Can we? I mean,
Sean,
they're there. Yep,
they're there. We gotta be cautious. Treacherous.
He says he definitely has bunk beds. This is we haven't gotten closer to the knowledge of if he's talking about he's in Jersey now or if he's in Jersey next week, if he's already scheduled to be in Jersey next week. Anyway, the dangerous thing about having Johnny and I in a semi truck with a professional driver is that we're going to be too excited.
Yes. What's this button do? What's this button do?
We need to temper our excitement. Right.
We need to do like a yoga class before we get in or something.
Right. Because I don't want to be the wrench in the works. You know what I mean, so to speak.
I don't know if this is a typical question to ask Don, like as a driver, but if Don wants to answer, like, what's the craziest shit? Because they have a weird angle. They get to look down. They look down into people's cars. They get to look in it. You know, where if we're driving in a regular car, we're just looking next to them. So there's a lot of stuff under the surface you're not knowing about.
Sure.
You know, hands into the cover. You know,
like how often does he see somebody driving in a car and they're just not wearing pants, or a passenger
pantless? Yeah,
just no pants.
Out of that, holy crap!
I mean, like, because that's something that you wouldn't expect to see, but also you kind of expect to see it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's happened. I've driven pantsless.
All right, new update. He says that he's in Jersey now. Oh wait, he's in New Jersey in 5 hours, and he says he can't believe that we still call him Don. One Don is okay, but I mean
I know him as Don.
Yeah. I know him as Don as well. But if he's commenting on the stream as Don, it just makes sense to call him Don in reference to the things that he's typing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm defending us too hard, but I'm just justifying I think we're all of the same mind that if he's commenting as Don, we should refer to him as Don.
Yeah. I got to ask Jay
Yeah.
if I don't know if anybody called JQ until me. Because you know what? I used to, he's Jay Cunis, but his last name is spelled with a C. But I didn't know that. I thought it was with a Q. Because the name is in it, Cunis. So I just, being the dummy that I am. And so How long
did you think the Q was in his name? Was it like a year after you first met, or like 2 months?
3 or 4 years. I think.
Wow.
It's not like I didn't meet him in school. I never saw his name written down or anything. So I literally we just hung out. We were buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah. It actually blew my mind that his name was spelt the way it was. And I'm like, oh, that makes so much. That's like a way more normal name.
It's funny. I never knew that he had a difficult name to pronounce until he started telling me that people have difficulty pronouncing his name.
Yeah, I never heard that. But I just, that. And there was another friend of ours that always hung out. We were still friends with him, Matt McGevna. And his last name is McGevna. But I thought his name was McGevner, with R, and we were just from New York. And then I found out that he spells it ends in an A.
Right.
This is Irish. His name is Irish. So McGevna seems more like an Italian, like a weird, like Irish Italian name. Like somebody didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Mm.
And so around that same time.
Have you guys ever thought of?
And my other, sorry, real quick, and the other friend, the 4 of us that were hanging out. The other guy's name is Dave, which is mentioned before, is Dave Faz. His last name is Fazanello, but I would just call him Faz. So all of a sudden, it was like meeting new people again. There's a group of people I hung out with for years, best friends, and I didn't know anything about them.
I could see how you would think Faz was a real name, and then find out it's short for Fazanello. But then thinking Fazanello has to be a fake name because it sounds like Fonzarelli.
Yeah.
Some fake.
I know a kid who is literally goes by the Fonz.
Oh yeah,
Fazio. So like he can't. Someone Stefan's and that kind of.
Can he do the live stream next week? Let's get him on.
Get Fonz on. I don't know where he is. Like that kind of guy. Like I don't know if I could even I'll try. I don't know if I can manage that. I don't know if I want that. Honestly, he's kind of a lot.
Waka waka.
Don one name has said that from the truck he's seen too much. The girls have been great and the guys have been horrifying, which I agree.
That makes sense as a male.
Yeah,
as another male, that makes a lot of sense.
The general is enough. We don't need to hear specifics.
Yeah. No, nobody's putting this in the ledger.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Don, I would try to meet up with you in Jersey, but I'm dog sitting today. But it would be fun to go out. What's that?
What part of Jersey? Closer to New York, or is he near Philly?
He said he's
South, did he say South Jersey?
He just said he's going to be in Jersey in 5 hours. So if we can, he lives in Vegas, so he's definitely coming from the West. Like what part of Jersey? I can't picture Jersey geography. Like, he said Burlington.
So like 78. He's probably in Pennsylvania. Maybe he's in Pennsylvania area.
Yeah.
That would
like
make
78, 80. What's that road over there? 78.
I'm
headed across.
Gonna go to West End and Hamilton, Don, tonight, probably around like 8 o'clock. Around, shoot over.
He's on I-80 on Pennsylvania, so we were right.
I like it. In fact, I'm thinking that's probably just a little bit west of Harrisburg.
I like that. Right? I like that part of this show is trying to figure out where somebody is and then finding out where they are.
Yeah. It's like finding where in the world is Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
But more specific.
Right. And it's not tied to any sort of like mystery or
Nope. We just want to know. We want to get
Yeah.
right to the chase. Yeah.
it's not like somebody's trying to hide where they're from, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
And I just gave out my location for later. So, like, I'm breaking all the Facebook rules.
yeah.
I love it. Last night, I haven't slept yet. Jay reminded me that I hadn't, because he hadn't slept yet, but I didn't do acid last night. I ran out of water in my apartment, and the tap water is not drinkable.
Oh.
So the only liquid I had was coffee. And I was like, I'm so tired, it doesn't matter. But then I did just lay in bed for like 5 hours, just staring off into nothing.
Oh.
And it's just, I'm feeling it now. I'm like, I can't even be funny.
You just like,
I'm holding on.
Well, there's value.
I had 2 bites of food.
I think there's value. I think there's value in being honest about not feeling funny sometimes. You know, I think it's fine to share that.
Yeah. Like when I was doing the corporate gig, I started disassociating like frequently. I was so used to sitting. I had to sit for like 2 months that I didn't even know that was happening. I thought I was just going to be flying drones. And I literally was like disassociating. I would like start talking I'd be like, you're talking and you don't even know what you're saying right now. And then like you look over and like nobody even notices. That's the weird part. I'm like, they're probably disassociating and I don't even know it. You know? So it's like, and other people, and honestly, I've had way less disassociations after quitting that job.
Yeah.
So like
there should be, you know, we talked about The Office earlier, and it was a sitcom set in an office. There should be a show that's set in an office where it's not a comedy, and it just like it shows how dysfunctional everyone is. Like that would be the like that would be accurate.
That was literally me, and like we should do that. Honestly,
well, I would do it if there was a budget involved. If somebody is watching and has access,
wants to green light this,
like let's just do it. Let's just start working on it. Like let's just cut through the red tape and make some stuff.
Yeah,
we got a team here.
Again, here's our pitch. Yeah. It's going to be a normal office, not funny.
Right.
The show is not funny. Just real office kind of stuff.
Like dystopic almost, like kind of like Fight Club, but like extended. Like if you know his like weird office life and that
sure
super dark and moody.
But it won't be but it won't be violent. You know what I mean?
Oh,
because most offices never dip into violence, but it'll be dysfunction. It'll be
it could be eve of violence. Like there's an impending violence that never comes, and then like just fucking like this like stapler, like he'll be like zoomed in on him and like super bugged out, and then like another guy whacking a stapler, and it keeps repeating like that. That'd be cool.
Just pure mediocrity.
Pure mediocrity.
Yeah.
Like if
I see a lot of beige and browns.
Like I mean, there's going to be stories and plots, of course, but it's just a bunch of like what's the word I'm thinking about?
Run of the mill.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the printer ink is out? Did nobody order that?
Right.
Yeah. I was. I'm sorry. I was on vacation last week, and I should have put that in the notes for Samantha, but I didn't. So I don't know. Should I run down to Staples now, or should I do it on my lunch break? Is that all right? Or
that kind of stuff. And like long conference meetings where nobody wants to be there, but everybody is chiming in, and nothing really gets accomplished.
Yeah.
You know,
memos.
Yeah.
And the main character is just a fly on the wall for all of it, just hating his
just like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah.
The fly saying. but we can make it work. Somebody greenlight this.
Yeah. We'll figure
Let's
it.
get.
It'll be.
We'll go half. We'll do the script. You got the other people just do the budget for us. We'll do the script. Come at.
I mean, it'll be funny, but uncomfortably funny. I would think. You know.
Yeah. It would be great if it was unintended funny, but the cringiness of it is great.
Right.
That scene you described, I don't know why, it sounded so funny.
Like there could be a scene. There could be a scene where somebody, like two people are heading to lunch and they're like, oh, let's use the stairs instead of the elevator. But then somebody like falls down the stairs and like breaks their ankle or something like that. And which is something that could happen in real life, but it would seem like surreal in this show because like it wasn't
it's shocking.
It's
shocking. Only once. Yeah. How about I got a good episode. It's like 6 or 7 people they're gonna go to lunch together. They're like, oh, let's go get Chinese. But then like Tiffany had just had Chinese yesterday.
Right.
So the plan now they're like, what do we do?
Yeah. And somebody's like, well, why don't we just get Chinese for lunch and then you go somewhere else? And it's presented as like an option. But then of course that person is just like, oh, these people don't like me.
Yeah. There's a whole subplot.
Right.
10-minute segment too. It just keeps going, just keeps meandering.
Yeah. It's probably about how everybody thinks they're not liked at the office.
Yeah. It could be like if Jim Halpert like just took salvia all the time. And like it's just
yeah.
It's constant ringing and just like his eyes are always baggy.
Yeah. I'm gonna check on this dog real quick. Hey Murphy,
Murphy,
not allowed to smoke inside the apartment.
Well, I haven't been using stuff when he's here just because I want to be a good dog sitter. Hey,
you might be cool that he comes over like that.
Yeah,
I think a little bit helps.
We only go for short walks because he had a spine injury. This dog had a spine injury when he was 4.
Oh,
rough.
So
that's what he said. What he said.
I said that accidentally, but
no, that's good.
Poor guy, but he's doing all right.
You know, boxers are called boxers because that was their style of fighting. Is that they would paw. They were instead of fighting at their opponent when they dog fought, they were prone to use their front paws.
Nice.
Oh, I see. So it's a dog fighting term?
Well, that's how they got their name was because that
wow.
breed was like they would fight with.
We got to change that name, don't you think?
Boxers now they're MMAs.
Well, no, just the fact that the name of the breed comes from dog fighting. That's like, let's change that, right?
I guess so. I mean, well, the bulldogs from, they would send that type of dog to fight. They'd send like 7 or 8 dogs to go attack a bull. Oh, wow. So that they get that name from that too. And then the French bulldog were the too small of those type of dogs. And they weren't a fighting breed. They just like hanging out. So it's a diss to the French. Yeah. No, they got the French part of it because they would get these little runty dogs, and instead of killing them, they would give them to the local prostitutes, and they were like the local French prostitutes. And then at the time, the prostitutes would have like playing cards. Like if you go to Vegas, they have those cards that they're handing out to people, like business cards, like flyers. It was like a flyer, but it was like or a baseball card for like old timey whores. And they would, and so, you know, they were still dressed up nice. They weren't, but they had all these dogs. They had, you know, all these girls started having these little French bulldogs, and it became chic. It was like, oh, these girls are risque women that people, and they had these like pictures of this breed of dog. And so then the rich French people thought, ooh, this is kind of like edgy if I get a French bulldog, because I'm like a Britney Spears from 1700s now. And then that's how the French bulldog got super popular.
Wow. Interesting.
You learn.
you.
I didn't know I was gonna learn that. I'm glad I learned that.
Yeah. We learned some stuff today.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't learn about the electron, if that's real, but we did learn about covalent bonds.
A little.
We learned
Yeah.
we learned about pantsless drivers.
Right.
That's a good thing to know. It's a good
Yeah.
thing to know.
Oh, you know,
We
we
learned
never
that
talked. We
J-citric
never.
acid.
We never talked to Jason about the windmill.
We did it.
Oh,
Oh.
We'll have to remember.
I wasted my last question on Deadpool.
Oh.
All right. What do we got? 10 minutes left, right?
We do, yeah.
Do we want to? I guess we pitched it enough, but we will throw it out that anybody who wants to also be involved in the show, who watches us, if they have any ideas
Yeah.
or fun things that they want us to do,
Right.
or if they have any suggestions of people we want to reach out to get them on, that'd be
Right.
great. Anything involved in it, we'll accept.
We should talk about it a little bit more because I feel like the message that we should give to people, to friends specifically, is that we don't want you to donate. We want you to share it. We're asking you to share. We're not asking you to donate.
Yes.
We're asking you to share in the hopes that friends of friends of friends share and donate. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
we're not going to hit this goal if we lean on friends to donate, but we have enough friends
Yes.
who can share it. That's what we want.
That's a great
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, and if we're bringing it and we're bringing, content, which I know we can, and people see that I'm invested in it as a son,
Yeah. Right.
not just like fucking like letting somebody do it else for me. Like, I think people can resonate with that, and I've talked about it already with you. Like, I'm fine with going over 24. Like,
Hours. Right.
like, I mean, we end at night though, right? So like, kind of, or doing like 2 in a row, like taking a break and I'll just go up and keep going with like an open mic on Sunday or something. I don't know what, it's her birthday though, so I might just,
Yeah.
But either way, like it to make progress towards this and like eventually get her, in a situation where she's like, just, maybe she can go festival to festival. She's so talented. Like, she sells pants. Like, she literally, we could have a fashion show, like I was saying, with the stuff she makes. Like, there's girls at festivals like that I met. I'm like, oh wow, my mom makes like pants like these, and then they're like, yeah, I got 150, and you're like, what? Holy crap! Like, she that's what she's meant to be doing, and she's doing good. She's working at Giant now. Big improvement on like where we were, like with her mental state. Like, she was doing like a Segway job down in Tennessee, but for her to buckle down, and she said, she has no idea about this fundraiser. I tried to tell her about it, but it's like pointless at this point. It's just gonna happen. Eventually she'll realize it, like, but like she was just saying, she started working at Giant, and she's like, optimistic about it. She's like, I'm gonna do this until the next, like, something big's coming. I feel it. And I'm like, oh yeah. Like, she doesn't know. And this has been something me and her have talked about for so many years. Just like the stage in my house.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about that for years before we even, like, we had it good. Like, we were like financially very well off. And then the divorce, my dad lost his job. She had a company, like a daycare she was running. All these things happened.
Right.
And then it was like, all right, well, we could, like, let's actually do it. Let's actually do the stage, because why not?
Yeah.
We've talked about, like, RV life and stuff, nomad life. And, it's a lot. I'm like glad I've been doing this, just finding out like how expensive it is. And like, and it could, like, I think it is a viable, like, thing for like house displacement, because you don't have to, like, there's no mortgage to it. Once it's yours, it's yours. Like, then it's up to people to take care of it and stuff like that, and then it's like the perfect, like, pre-house thing. You could go travel, find a house you like, and like save up, things like that. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. I got a bunch of friends excited. We'll have to do like another Zoom and like hash out like the schedule and stuff and like what we had, because I'd like to see that, like the
Sure.
like the time slots and everything, and then see where I could fit in friends of mine.
Nope.
I say you can. I say just ask your friends when they want to go, and I'm sure we'll be able to like
accommodate.
Yeah, spread it around and.
Sounds good.
Yeah. That's my guess.
Live action interviews at punk rock flea market, like that'll be fun. That's a real like it's just like it's like an 80s or 90s movie come to life in like Scranton. Like I'd love to do like a short film on it and like just like a very like chilled out vibe, like cars whizzing by. Like they have it at different spots, but like it's just like people are selling DVDs or like VHS tapes, like the most punk rock stuff you could find. And it's it's honestly like top 5 like favorite things in Scranton that goes on. And Jess Mione, Bobby Keller, they do the film fest. So I think they're having like a film premiere as well. So they do a lot, and they have another film festival coming up, I think soon. I think this is the precursor to that film festival. I don't know the exact date, but there's a lot I'm excited for this. Just the act of doing it is going to be fun.
Yeah. Don says that you can have your mom get her a CDL, and then she can be in a mobile home that pays you to drive around in it if she wants to do delivery.
I don't know if she'll be able to do that. I don't know if that's like it.
Right.
So it's a mobile home, but you do deliveries on what? Like, is it not an 18-wheeler, right? Like, is it like I'll look into that. That sounds cool.
Yeah,
right?
why not? Yeah, just Google it. Check out.
We have 3 minutes left. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. We have the telethon next weekend. Johnny and I have to talk about where I'm going to be. We have to talk about the schedule still. And Don's been driving in constant rain for the last 3 days. He lives in Vegas that has no rain.
That's exhausting.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's exhausting. I think it's exhausting to drive in rain. I want to throw it out there before it's ended. Just to plug the Raw Comedy podcast that we do. Mm-hmm. And it's getting really funny. It's a good, I'm starting to get really proud of it. And it's fun. Yeah. It's funny. And I know the effort that Chris and Justin and Rick put in on that show. I'm lucky that I was thinking about that when I was taking a shit earlier. It was just like how it's nice that I know Sean, other people don't know this, but Sean puts in an immense amount of effort into the Stoner Morning Show, especially relative to me. So I just appreciate that you guys allow me to be funny and hang out with my friends doing something cool. But if anybody wants to see something different, check out Raw Comedy Podcast. And you know what I thought? I'll throw this to you guys on air because I know I'm going to crash out once again instead of hanging out with you guys. Yeah. Saturdays here in Thailand we do open mic during the day. It's like 3:00 in the afternoon because there's a curfew, so we don't have extra shows. But we wanted to practice, so we started doing it. And I asked them today if they wanted to stream it. So everybody was kind of all but like one or two were like, no. So I still want to accommodate them. So we were going to do it where maybe we split it up and we're going to do maybe like a live stream of actual stand-up comedy on the marathon.
Mm. Oh, you mean next week?
Yeah. Because next week is the 18th is like the, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Saturday, Friday into Saturday.
Yeah.
So it'd be like Saturday. What would that be? Like Saturday morning to you guys?
It would be in New York. It would be like the Friday night going into Saturday morning at like 2 or 3 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah. So and not.
Saturday.
That's why I was like, it's 3 a.m. So it's not like a shit ton of people might be watching, but be different, and you get to see some.
It's always confusing to say like, when is it Friday night? Oh, it goes late into Friday night. But if it goes late into Friday night at like 2 a.m, that's already Saturday morning.
Yeah, for me.
You know what I mean? It's hard to talk about.
I know. It mind fucks me consistently.
Yeah.
And I've been here for like 2 years now, and I still get really confused. Like I have to consciously think about it.
Yeah. Like I think a day should start at 6 a.m., not at midnight.
Yeah, I agree.
It would be just
like my day starts when I wake up.
Yeah, that's Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right.
That's when I wake up.
We didn't have Bruce check in from the road. He's following the Stones.
Yep.
He just has phone trouble a lot, but I don't know. He'll check in maybe next week. But I don't know. That's it.
Cool.
I'll call it there. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks, Johnny. Nice to see you, Sean. I love you.
Love you.
And,
Today's October 9th.
Enjoy your dog watching, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.